Here is an Air King wall fan, model 9016. Believe it or not, this fan used to be the Lasko model 3016 from 2006 to 7. So to explain that, this wall fan was a curve line from last year. I was walking around and I just saw this fan just lying on the floor. This was near the hospital where I pretty much was born out of, and I just couldn't let go of it because I don't come across Alaska wall fans on the curb like that. I think this is the second one. Yes, it is. Because the first one was a 3012, which I also converted to a 3016. So now this fan is now a 9016. Now this blade set I got it from another Lasko fan. This was the thicker one, which is a lot better. This originally came with the floppy blades, which was insanely out of balance if you remember from the last year's video. The original back row was it did not fit right. It was very loose to the front row, so the front row I pretty much threw it out, kept the badge, and got it on a new back row. So this has a back row of one of those Lasko 2520s from Walmart, which pretty much works good, except that this grill I tend to despise because of how much plastic there is right here in this section, as you can see, and it makes this very weird noise. But I mean, oh well, I needed to fix this fan somehow. So there's your Air King badge. This badge came from one of the stand fans that I found in the projects. The fan that this badge came from, it was missing parts, so yeah, I parted that one out. Now this motor cover, interestingly enough, it has a provision here for when the motor fails or something happens to any part of the body, and you want to and you have another fan on hand that's a Lasko fan, and the motor works well. You could pretty much cut out a hole here and place a switch there, which is quite interesting. Speed dial. This came from the Lasko 2000. I forgot where I placed one of the other speed knobs for that matches the color of the blade here. Now the blade has a quite decent pitch, and therefore it's well balanced, so there should be no excessive vibrations with it. The only thing I'm disappointed with is the tilting bracket. Well, actually not the tilting bracket, well, the tilting locks that I keep rambling about. Of course, this fan doesn't have it. They've long been broken. But other than that, this specific design of Lasko, they have outlasted any other wall fan on the market that I've seen. Compared to a wall fan like this one, which tends to die out in about 5 years due to whatever reason, such as the blades being very thin and then they deteriorate, or neck bracket snaps, or the motor just generally fails. But yeah, these fans outlasted other wall fans out there, and they outlast even the newer ones impressively enough. Because the newer Lasko wall fans, they're very abysmal in quality. I don't know what happened there, because these neck brackets were a lot better despite the tilting lock issue. And ever since the redesign, I've seen a lot of fails happening around, which is crazy. If it's not this portion of the oscillation mechanism breaking off, or the neck bracket breaking entirely, it's very abysmal. And those fans are a lot slower than these ones are. So let me demonstrate that. So let's start with the high. And that airflow is very powerful. So, might as well use this receipt as a substitute. Yeah, that's not gonna work, but it's very powerful nonetheless. Yeah, I don't feel vibrations to the wall, so that's a very good thing. Medium. And low. Now, hopefully, we don't have some issue with the oscillation function. So let's test it out. Okay, yeah, there might be a problem. And it is once again because this is pretty much facing downward, so, and it's once again due to those tilting locks breaking off. All right, let's try medium. For some reason, this fan tends to slow down when it's going to the right. But my guess is due to weight reasons or something. Yeah. So that's pretty much an issue right there. It's making this very loud humming noise to the motor. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, the reason this was pretty much thrown out is because of the bearings. They were locked up. So, of course, I oiled the bearings to set them free. And it was kind of dirty, but it was mostly clean. But otherwise than that, there was no other problem. Alright, let's disengage the oscillations, as Jordan you would say. Switch it off. Yeah, so this blade size is a lot better, as you can see. It's not off balance, and it's stiff enough to not flop around. But yeah, there you have it. That's the converted former Lasko 3016 to now a 2006-7 Air King 16-inch wall fan model 9016.